Okay, guys, today's September 15th. I woke up from 3 dreams, and it's been a long time since I've had dreams. I apologize about that. And you see this spot here? I have, for some reason, dirt inside my camera. It's a new phone too. I don't know. So no, I didn't get punched or anything. I just wanted to let you know. So first, I'm just going to give you a little bit of information, news sources from around the world, what's happening. And this is from InfoWars. It says nuclear war emergency alert. White House sets to announce massive bombing campaign inside Russia as early as this weekend. Today's Sunday, so this was like yesterday. Vladimir Putin says this will officially constitute a declaration of war by the United States and NATO. That's some pretty deadly information because we know that Russia don't play. And then there was ballistic missiles that got shot into Israel by the Houthis. They said it's not hypersonic, but then the first article said that it was. So I don't know. And they're talking about Israel going into total war at on Hezbollah at 4 today, and it's actually past 4 o'clock their time right now. And then also at the same time, Israel would go into Syria at the same time. And in Lebanon, Israel has already dropped letters on the villages to leave. And then the Houthis in Yemen shot, a hypersonic missile at Israel. And you know what's funny is, you guys understand Yemen when it first what's that called, the portal, CERN, and they said that Yemen is one of the most deadliest places for demons in the world. They also said that Yemen is where CERN and stuff also was, with their portals and things like that. This was back in like 16, 17, when all this information started coming out. And I actually covered all this information on my old channel. So anyways, the Houthis in Yemen shot a supersonic missile at Israel, and Israel's defense didn't even see it coming. So that was like an hour ago. So Israel was given a warning by the Houthis to evacuate Tel Aviv. And we know that something is up, and that what's unfolding is the Psalm 83 war. But Netanyahu said Houthis should have known better than to attack Israel. So Netanyahu says, "We exact a heavy price for any attempt to harm us. Vows to bring residents of northern Israel back to their home." This stuff's getting pretty daggone serious. So these people are not just on standby. Like, this war is actually kicking off. But for the big, massive bing bang war, I truly do believe that we are going to be leaving. All of it's going to be at once. Now, these 3 dreams that I had were unexpected, because I have not had a dream not like this in extremely long time. We know September 17th, 18th, we have the lunar eclipse and they're calling it a blood moon, actually. So I'm going to read you all 3 dreams, and I'm actually going to leave some names. Well, maybe not, but I'm going to leave some personal information out because I was not given the okay to be able to announce them. So anyways, I gave birth to a baby, and I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. It was a newborn, and I was breastfeeding. And then I was leaving someplace on a bus to go home. And I remember it was dark outside, and I'm looking out the window, and I seen a blood red moon. I got my camera out, my phone, to take pictures, but the camera became blurry. And so I saw a sliver of the red moon. It was a small sliver like this. It was perfectly red. And then on top, that was on top. And then on the bottom, the whole sky was this huge blood moon. I'm talking about, in my dreams that I've seen the red planet cover the whole sky. This was how the moon was. It was ginormous. You know how you see the real pictures where Israel sees the blood moons or something, and it's just right there? Yeah, that's how it was. And it was foggy out, and I told the guy the person that was driving, be careful and pay attention to the road. But he wasn't paying attention. He was paying attention to the blood moon. And then I woke up. So there was one dream. Now we know the bus signifies us leaving, going home. Obviously, that's where I was going home, representing a rapture type. And the fact that I saw this little sliver moon, I believe that this, what I have been revealed, is woe to those who give suck in those days, right? For then such has never before has been seen shall be done. Matthew 24, it's talking about, Matthew, Mark, and Luke actually talk about that. That those who are given suck in those days, there's going to have great tribulation such as never been before since the beginning of time. That's what it says. Excuse me. All right. And so it being foggy out, people needed to be careful. Fog, kind of like, be careful what you are presenting yourself to, what you're seeing through. You need to look through the fog and pay close attention, like, to these events or these things that's going on in the world, and pay attention to what's actually happening. All right, now my dream number 2. I looked outside and I saw a blood red moon. But this time, it took up the whole entire sky like it was a sunset. Okay, so, you know when you see the horizon and you have the sun like this going down? That's how it was with the moon. Okay, and it took up the whole entire sky. I can't explain it. And then there was another blood moon on top, only it was a perfect circle and it looked like it had dots all in it because it looked like it was a camera flare, like a camera lens flare. And then it looked patchy and everybody seen it, everybody. And I knew, because I got so excited, I knew that it meant that the rapture was any time. And then I woke up. Okay, and these dreams were simultaneously, like back to back to back to back to back. And I woke up at the end of my first dream for my husband's alarm going off, immediately fell back to sleep and dreamt this, woke up again. I had to go to the bathroom, went back to bed and had this dream. Okay, mind you, I haven't been watching TV. I've not been looking up pictures and having this mind over matter type deal. Like, these are strictly from the Lord. And then the third dream, my daughter was staying at a friend's house, and I heard that she played this vulgar song by Sexy Red, I believe was her name. Okay, and I don't know if you guys know who she is. She's disgusting is what she is. She sings some nasty stuff. I really don't want to say the lyrics, but my booty hole round, I'm thugging in my town, stupid, whatever it was. But whatever song my daughter played, it was disgusting and very disturbing. Okay, and I told her, you have better not have listened to this song, right? And I told her, I'm going to slap your face. All right. And so, and that's actually something that I would tell my child too. And so the next thing I know, I was in my house, and I'm not going to mention her name, her last name at all. But Sonia was with Taylor, her daughter, and 2 of her babies, which was at my house. And she asked if I had any food for them because she was out and needed stuff for the kids. I said, of course, you know that I've stocked up. And she said, I know. So she wanted to get grits and oatmeal and cereal and some other stuff. So I was like, okay, go ahead. And I told Taylor, go into the house, into my basement, to get whatever food she thought she would eat. All of a sudden, I saw this guy in a cowboy hat, boots, and jeans lurking on my property. It was dark time, and I was screaming at this guy, who are you? And I had my gun on me, but I didn't at the time think to use it. And he kept walking towards my house, like ignoring me. And I started freaking out because I guess Sonia and I was by the barn, or something, and maybe a garage. Like, I was on my property in my dream, but it wasn't the same shaped house. And so Sonia said, but I started getting mad at this guy, and she said, don't go to the man. And I said, I have to find out why he's here. And so I ran up to him and I pushed the guy, and he didn't pay any attention to me. So I slapped him in the hat and knocked his hat off. And that got his attention. I said, who are you? And he said, I'm coming for your daughter. And I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, what she did was illegal. And I said, what? He said, I need to talk to you and her. I'm not allowed to tell you who I am. And I said, too bad, or I will blow your head off. And so I took my gun and I pointed it at him and told him, now tell me what you're doing here. And he said, a lawyer sent me. You're going to be arrested. I said, excuse me? He said, get your recorder out and record our conversation, which I thought was super weird. So we walked up to the house, and Sonia followed me, and I asked her if she could go check on her daughter. She said, I don't want to leave you alone. And I said, there's a bunch of people here. It should be fine. Okay. So we're outside on the porch. And the guy says, I'm waiting on your daughter. I called her to come over to me, and she was with her friends, okay? And so the guy ended up asking her some questions about the song that she played. And I said, you didn't really listen to that song, did you? And she smiled that smile she does when she's nervous. So when my daughter tries to lie to me, or she tries to say something that she feels awkward, she goes, you know what I mean? That awkward smile. And that's exactly what she did. So I knew she did listen to it. And I said, this is serious. And the guy said, well, the parents called the lawyer because it's against the law to play or say something a person doesn't like if you're on their property. And I said, bullcrap. I was like, how is that possible? He said, freedom of speech is no longer a thing. It is gone. And my camera shut off at 112 seconds exact of the recording. I started recording again, and I said, okay, let's go inside. So he sat down, even though the people was all over. There was tons of people in here, but none of them seen me. None of them seen us. It was as if they was invisible. And so the guy took my baby and Sonia's two babies. Tilk was wrapped up in a blue swaddle, and the baby was a girl. So there was a girl and a boy. And then there was my baby, which I don't know the gender of my baby. In the first dream that I had, it's the same baby. Okay, and I don't remember the name, but I was upset because I already didn't like this guy. All right, and he said, I have to build a case because also some things have gone missing. Like a pole in the ground, which I thought was super strange to begin with. And then the guy goes, unfortunately, you are the parent and they want you to be arrested. And Sonia chimes in and says, you have no legal grounds to do so. She didn't do anything wrong. He said the government can do whatever they want for any reason. If I want her to be arrested, she will be arrested. So the guy hands the babies all to Sonia. So she has all three babies. And she said to me, thank you. I have all the info I need. So I asked him, so are you going to get me arrested? He said, I don't know yet. I just then somehow found the pole to be put in the ground that was missing, so I placed it back. He said, I'm thinking about it because freedom of speech is gone. And I yelled at my daughter, you know that they want to arrest me over your song that you played. And then I woke up. I know a lot of people are like, this dream has no meaning. Yes, it does. Because you do realize that Kamala Harris wants to take all freedom of speech rights completely away due to censorship. Okay, 112 means an Israelite, which means Ido, and Ido means his witness, and it means evaporate or to be mighty. So being a witness to what is coming, okay, we as Christians know that what we say, like in Ephesians 4:29, it talks about you have to be careful what you say out of your mouth. May it be wholesome, and things like that. Yes, I'm paraphrasing. But like our freedom right now, if you've noticed, even on Facebook and other things, is gone. War News 24 or War News 24/7, he's suspended. I mean, they already took it down because of the stuff that he's talking about, because it's truth. It's coming. Okay, and there's going to come a day, like the Bible says, that the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride is going to be gone from one end of the earth to the other. They're going to go to and from trying to hear the word of the Lord, and they won't be able to find it. We are there, and especially with the blood moons. And now, another thing, which got me with Kamala, she allowed 100,000 illegal immigrants into the United States. Okay, and they are Haitians, however you pronounce them, from Haiti, Haitians, and they've been eating animals. They've been killing them. They've been like cats and stuff. And we know in America that's illegal. You can't just up and do that. But you can't do nothing to them, because over in their country, that's stuff that they do. But they don't just do it for that. They do it for witchcraft purposes and for voodoo. So they save the bones and they do their little sacrifices, their little rituals to bring them good fortune and good luck. And this stuff is fact. This isn't fake news. Like, this stuff is fact. And so my point, the harlot in Revelation 17 brings down America. Okay, so she's allowing all of this stuff to happen, to prosper, as well as other countries going to be doing it, because it's going to be the okay, because evil's going to completely abound the earth. Okay, so we have these blood moons that's coming, and then we have freedom of speech getting ready to happen in America too, actually worldwide, and where you're going to be arrested. And it even says that some of you will be arrested, some of you will be imprisoned. Okay, and I believe that that is a type and shadow of a persecution that is coming upon America. Now, do I know if you or I or any of us are going to go through that? No, I do not. Do I know this is going to happen immediately? No, I do not. I just know that these are 3 dreams that were prophetically given to me, and I know they are from the Lord, and biblical scripture backing it up. Jesus is about to return. People need to get ready, because what's coming is not any good at all for any of us. We've got the war, the blood moons, and then we have the censorship we've already been seeing coming, persecution coming. We're not exempt, is what I'm saying, but we are the last country, and our country is going to fall due to the harlot of America. So pray over this as always, and be encouraged. See you there in the air. God bless.